Aggregate functions. In this lesson, we are going to discuss various types of built-in functions. A function is a block of code that performs a calculation and returns a value. It helps to avoid writing of a lot of code. Here we are going to talk about two types of functions: aggregate functions and scalar functions. First, let's see about aggregate functions in detail. Aggregate functions operate against a collection of values, but return a single value. They are also known as group functions. We will see about scalar functions in upcoming lessons. The group functions are average, sum, count, max, min. Let's start with the average function. This retrieves the average value for a numeric column. Let's see the syntax. Average numeric expression. Here, average function returns an average value of given numeric expression. If we want to find an average salary, enter this query and execute it. Now the average value of salary is displayed. I hope you're now clear about the average function from this statement. Now we will see the sum function. The sum function is used to return the sum of values from the given numeric expression. Let's see that syntax. If we want to calculate total amount of salary for the employees, type this query in the query editor window. Now press F5 to see the result. Here you can see the total salary of the employees. Now let's look at the count function. The count function returns the total number of rows present in a column. We may use the count function in two ways. Here is the syntax. For more details, here are some examples. Enter these queries in Query Analyzer. Now press the F5 key. It displays the total number of employees present in the employee table. Now we will see the functions to find the minimum and maximum values from the table. For this, we need to use the min and max functions. Here, the min function returns the lowest value of a column. Similarly, the max function returns the highest value of a column. For example, if we want to see the highest and lowest salary from the employee table, the query has to be given like this. If we run this query by pressing F5, it shows the lowest and highest salaries from the table. Here we have discussed aggregate functions. Next, let's look at scalar functions. Scalar functions. In this lesson, we will see scalar functions. String function is one type of scalar function. Let's start our discussion with what a scalar function is. A scalar function is a function which is applied to a single value. This function is just the opposite of column functions because these operate on columns of values. Scalar functions can be used whenever an expression is allowed. Let's see some scalar functions. String functions, numeric functions, date-time functions. These are the scalar functions. First, we'll see the string functions. String functions manipulate the string and return a string value as a result set. They are upper, lower, length, reverse, replace. Now we will see each type in detail. Upper function converts all of the lowercase characters in a string to uppercase. Here is the syntax. Here, column name is an expression which will be converted into uppercase. Now type this query in your query editor. Here we have given the employee name column in the upper function. So, the result of this function returns the names in uppercase. Lower function is just opposite to upper function. It converts all the uppercase letters to lowercase. Let's see the syntax. Here, the given column name will be converted to lowercase. For example, if we want to see the names of the employees in lowercase, the query has to be given like this. Press F5 to execute the commands. The output pane will display all of the employee names in lowercase. If you want to find the length of the string, SQL provides the function called len. This function returns the number of characters of a given string expression. It will not take into account if any blank spaces are available in the string. Here's the syntax to find the length of the given string. Here the function name, len, returns the length of the string. To find the length of the employee's name, type this query in Query Editor and execute it. It will display the names of the employees and the length of their names. Now let's discuss the reverse function. The reverse function reverses the order of characters in a given string. Here, just consider the syntax. The reverse function changes the order of the characters in a given string. For example, to reverse the name of an employee, we need to give the query like this. Run the statement by pressing F5. Now you can see the employees' names in reverse order. So now let's discuss the replace function. Here is the syntax for the replace function. Replace function finds all occurrences of the second string in the first string, and then replaces it with the string in the third expression. In this syntax, string expression contains a string. Old string is a string to be replaced by new string. To understand this syntax, just look at this statement. Here, replace function changes foo into fix. Run this query by pressing the F5 key. You can find the change in the string. I hope you're now all clear with string functions. Next, we will see numeric functions. Numeric functions. In this lesson, we will discuss numeric functions. Let's see the definition. Numeric value functions can take a variety of data types as input, but the output is always a numeric value. These functions are also applicable for tables in databases, which we will discuss later with a function. Now, let's discuss different functions. ABS, absolute. This function returns the absolute positive value of a given numeric expression. Here is the syntax. ABS number. Here, number is any numeric expression. Let's type this query. Select ABS minus 566. Run this statement by pressing the F5 key. It displays the output in positive value. If we want to retrieve data with positive from a table in a database, enter this query. Select ABS order ID from orders. This statement displays the value column in positive value. Now let's go through the square root function, i.e. SQRT. This function returns the square root value for the given numeric expression. Here is the syntax. SQRT number. Here, number is any numeric expression. Here we are going to find a square root of 5. For that, enter this query and execute it. Select SQRT 5.0. This statement displays the square root value of 5. Now we will see the function power. Let's start with its syntax. Power x, y. Here x is raised to the power of y. The function raises the value of the first numeric value expression to the power of the second numeric value expression. Let's take a look at this statement. Select power 5.0, 2.0. Run the statement by pressing the F5 key. The result of this statement shows 25, because the given number is 5 and its power is 2, so it displays 25. Now, let's see the floor function. This function rounds the numeric value expression to the largest integer not greater than the expression. This is the syntax for the floor function. Floor, number. If you wish to find a floor value of 2.4, here is the example. Select floor 2.4. Execute the statement by clicking Execute Query button. Check your output. And finally, let's learn about the ceiling function. This function rounds the numeric value expression to the smallest integer not less than the expression. It is the contradiction of the floor function. Here is that syntax. Ceiling, number. Here, number is any numeric value. For more understanding, here is a simple query. Select ceiling 1.3433. Press F5 to execute the statement. The output is 2 because it selects a small integer but not less than the value we entered. So far in this lesson we have learned numeric functions. In the next lesson, we'll see date-time functions.